Shameful.
Yeah.
Twitch chat Enigma.
All right, anyway, so you're up for TNC then, Lizard?
It's hard to go against Nigma in this form, but I will. Yeah,
Okay.
with TNC, Twitch chat can hate.
About to start out, they go up high ground for TNC. Haven't gotten a chance to cast them yet. Nigma fans are very familiar with us, Cass, or not you, I guess.
You
With
had
me in
them
particular.
2 series yesterday, I believe.
That's right, they're real fans. We have the Wraith Fire Blast to start things out into an Impale, into a Cookie, and that is going to be more than enough to give the first blood to Armel. He wants it, and he'll get it. The Fairy Fire was
Sorry, but
expended.
if Enchantress doesn't come down here, they can definitely play that lane 2v2. And if Kuro hadn't started here, they would be crushing, I think. It would have been a really good lane for the Viper. So it makes a lot of sense that Kuro chose to start bot. Oh, this would be such a big kill for GH.
Oh, yeah, Bach is quite low. GH, he's going to find him. There's a concussive shot. Arcane Bolt to follow. A couple more right clicks will suffice. He's already popped a Fairy Fire. And it looks like one more is needed. And GH added again. I mean, look, he already has
kill
will put him quite a bit ahead in this mid lane. All right, what are your thoughts on Beastmaster Axe these days? Because like I said, they got rid of the bonus damage, so basically the Axe will just lower the cooldown to 0.
Seeing a
Without any
replay
extra
kill here.
damage, yeah.
So axes.
All right, he's getting slowed by board.
Oh, all right, that was barely a kill, but it was.
Not
Boxed
Bach.
up.
All right, maybe shouldn't have come down here, I guess. Tim is doing just fine, though. Somehow. I mean, the base region on Nyx, I don't think they changed that. Straight for the Atos. What are your thoughts on that? Be cool. Oh, bot lane.
That's
Boomy.
top.
Their top lane, sure. It's a Cinderism.
The other bot lane.
Well, if it's flipped, it's bot, right? It's Wraith Fire Blast. He's going to try to position himself so he takes a little bit less damage thanks to that passive, but TNC gets the better of him here. ILTW and GH teaming up on Bach again. This will be such a big kill. It looks like they're going to at least find one from TNC side. But again, Bach drops, and he is struggling to the hit start.
Like we're seeing the...
Oh my, that was the roar into a couple axes here. Into the coil and TP support with the Cookie. Oh my god, the creep was looking the wrong way. That is very unfortunate. And the axes
no.
actually get the kill. Miracle. Oh no. TNC, Boomy will get the trade at least. And GH, yeah, the Arcane Bolt will net himself the kill. He's turning into a carry himself right now.
Oh boy, that Cookie. That has to feel so bad. I think he missed the Illusory Orb and they missed the Cookie, and therefore they both die. That is ugly. To talk about GH's build, I think other Skywrath builds we've seen, I think Secret played this hero twice. I believe Yapzor rushed Veil both games.
Before boots?
Yes. Skywrath has really good base move speed. 335, one of the highest in the game. Or
oh my, nice transition from Tim's, punishing that.
Wait, what is it, Skywrath's base move speed? Is it 320? Seen Skywrath games where they get their second item and also don't get boots.
Really?
But I would not recommend that most of the time. But I do think skipping them as first item is a really good choice a lot of the time.
All right, fair enough. I mean, Miracle right now has a Soul Ring. Obviously, he's had the bottle for a while, so Ags is just next on the list. Can almost get his point booster already, so he is going to have a very, very good timing. As we're going to see a coil from Armel into the jungle. Looks like they'll find Kuroki at the very least, but here comes ILTW with a double Chronosphere. GH is not level 6 yet, but they probably have enough damage, especially with that bash from ILTW. Tim's still level 5, and he's pretty tanky as this Nyx assassin. Now Bach waddling his way over. Not really able to provide too much damage though. Mystic Flare to come out again with the tomato trying to block. So Kuroki from the grave still doing nice micro work.
I believe I've played a couple of games against it and it still feels impactful as long as the fights, as long as it's the types of fights that the game has drag out long enough for you to throw a lot of them, it's still really powerful. I think the only reason they really considered it is the chrono, right? And
we're gonna see the roar here. Kuroki and GH are on the other side. What? Cookie onto the high ground, but there's the Mystic Flare to stop any more action coming from that Snapfire. Meanwhile, bottom lane, ILTW takes a tumble. And Viper Strike was definitely used for that, so Bach finally getting some revenge in this lane. He's getting complete free farm. But then again, I don't really know how strong Ags is right now. Like I've seen a couple games, it's looked okay. It's just before I'm just used to seeing it as this mega broken mechanic with the extra damage that used to be applied.
Oh, the thing I see here is if Miracle does not... Oh, he's going to get jumped here.
Yep. Solo coil, though, into the Snapfire ult. He's going to try to reposition himself, but ends up getting the break on the coil. And nice silence from Armel should ensure that they'll be able to get this kill. Although, no, Miracle's still staying alive. He gets the roar off onto Armel. And the right click from Bach, will that be enough? A nice Chronosphere onto 2. They're going to be able to get Armel as well as potentially another kill onto Boomy. Nice rotation from ILTW. I cannot believe Miracle has lived through this. And now Viper completely surrounded. No kill for Miracle that time, but
and he could
does
consider
survive.
Lens BKB even and not get travels, because the thing is, there's nothing in the Dire lineup that counters his BKB. So if he gets that off, he more or less has guaranteed at least 5 sets of axes in a team fight.
Yeah.
And given that he's playing together with Chrono, that would be a really high
Mystic
value.
Flare,
He is.
Atos being shown, and yeah.
Bye.
GH is very scary despite not having boost right now. Mind Control. Trying to chase Bach here. Bach only level 8 right now, but like we said, has kind of stabilized. Could have been a lot worse, but the Mars Arena comes out just in range, and the Spear, yeah, another cookie, not enough, sadly, into the wrong direction. So, Nigma, all right, so more axes to come, more amplified damage. TNC are kind of positioned to, never mind. All right, that's the Aegis for Miracle. They're just going to go high ground. ILTW does have the Chronosphere available, but looks like Kuroki's going to get picked up to start this fight. Mystic Flare, though, to try to counteract this. Looks like we'll get a trade for the Nyx Assassin, but the Chronosphere only onto one hero. But it is the Wraith King, and he does not have mana right now. If they can find a little bit more damage, they can take him out. But Bach, in the meantime, gets his Viper Strike off just before dying. So it's a 2 for 3 if you don't include that ult from the Wraith King. Does have enough mana, pops that wand. Now he's at full HP, so ILTW might have to question his decision here. The Snapfire cookie as well. Triple kill for Armel, making a great comeback in this fight. Despite the Agonist being online for Miracle, the longer these fights go, the more damage he does. Look at these axes. Do they have enough to actually take him out? He finally gets a kill, but an ultra kill for Armel. The one hero they can't kill is Puck, and he's going ham right now.
Fortunately for GH, there's still a boar, or Armel would get the rampage here, but GH should be able to find his escape. Just now got mana for the TP.
The high-end gain. See if they can position themselves for a potential kill here, but there is a scan coming out, so Nigma are going to be spotted as Gabby has the Sacred Relic, really doesn't want to die right now. Tim's going to try to set up a kill. Bach with that Viper Strike should be enough to kill Kuroki. The coil expended as well, you're right. The hood looks like it might be enough to survive potentially. He's actually going to use a Snapfire ult as well, definitely not needed, but on the other side, they find the Wraith King despite the scan, and knowing that they were there, wasn't able to...
cooldown, which is just... Yeah. The higher level of play, the better that is, because of how much you can take advantage of vision.
Mind Control.
Oh, he missed.
Blinks into the dust. Tims will get caught out inside the arena. Mystic Flare finishes him off, and Kuroki actually gets the last hit technically. Snapfire tries to cookie out. Boomy should be okay. It just feels like TNC are just on the back foot right now. Mind Control and company are just keeping the pressure on. Spear doesn't look like he'll be able to find anything else here, although GH gets caught out. So Armel's really made a nice comeback, especially after the last fight getting the ultra kill.
GH was really uncharacteristically out of position there.
All right, Coil on the tankiest hero in the game right now, but he is surrounded, so Kuroki will fall. The TNC getting a little bit momentum on their side, perhaps. A different route here. Witchblade into the Yule's Boots of Travel. I mean, he's really farmed, so he's going to get Blink not too far away. But BKB basically done for ILTW. Oh, Miracle.
This would be a big pick.
This would be huge. He is the top net worth in the game, but Mind Control is going to find the potential pick with the Mystic Flare combination. Gabby, that's his first life. Remember, he does have Radiance. We'll see how much Armel and company can do here. Roar expended onto the Wraith Game. If they can get this kill, this is enormous. Chronosphere only on a 1, but it's the Nyx Assassin. Snapfire out to follow. They're doing quite a bit of damage. They lose the Mars, buy back onto GH as well. Can Void get out of here is the question. ILTW cannot get to the high ground, has to pop his BKB, stand his ground, but there's no ground to stand on anymore. He drops. And this fight for TNC going very well despite losing the Wraith King. Now the next hero on the list is the Beastmaster Miracle, who drops. Bach is just doing work right now. Kuroki not doing that much damage because everybody's so close to him. The Snapfire cookie's not going to save anybody, so they do find the Viper in the end. GH misses the Atos. Hits one of those annoying skeletons, and Kuroki with a double kill randomly.
The team is going to run through them. You know there's going to be stuns coming out.
There's going to be, what are they called, Cinderin?
Dive bombs.
That's right.
You made it sound like an ad.
An ad? Yeah. For what?
For dive bombs.
Okay. Please don't get... Did he eat it? Or did he take the neutral item for tier 3 for TNC are you hoping for? Are you hoping for the lifesteal for Wraith King? Or something else?
I'm trying to think of what the best thing they could get would be.
Take your time.
Yeah, it takes some time here.
Miracle, he gets the initiation off. Onto the Wraith King. We've talked about this again, how they probably shouldn't be using all this onto him, but not that much expended, really. They still have Mars ult. Gabby pops the BKB, though. See if Team Nigma wants to reset There's the initiation from ILTW onto 2. Nyx Assassin, they see him. That's the newly picked up Aghanim Scepter, but the Mystic Flare is just way too much damage. Bot picks up his, or pops his newly picked up BKB as well, but that's a double kill for ILTW.
Oh, he got him.
Patience. Beautiful Mars ult. Armel gets off the patience. Illusory Orb to follow. Looks like he will be able to get out. And a coil to help finish off that pesky Mars as well. So now it turns into a 3 versus 4 in favor of Team Nigma still. I love the patience though for Mind Control, but not able to find that kill on Puck.
Yeah, that was really good. They were lacking just a little bit.
Gabby
3 seconds on
around. Yeah, it's very close. Oh dear. He does have shards, so the mana burn doesn't really matter anymore for those.
You know?
Yeah. All right, this is, I love the Aghanim Scepter for ILTW that he's working on now. He's going to get the time dilation off into the reverse time walk. Goodness gracious, what a play. Boomy. All right, still being chased here. ILTW doesn't have the reverse time walk anymore. It might be in a precarious spot. They're just going to blow him up. Should have reverse time walked Cinderin.
He just lost his Aegis to the timer.
Yeah. Well, that went off like 5, like that was a decent amount of time before that, and he still went in. But Kuroki getting chased now, of course, extremely tanky. As Marzal just going to be used to zone.
You gotta wonder if he even noticed. Like, did he swap an item into the...
Okay, that is a good point. We don't have enough information to know whether they had, I mean, we can tell if they had vocal cords probably, based on scientific evidence. Probably somebody in chat knows that they're, you know, the evidence does exist already.
I think everyone in chat right now is literally spelling out what they sound like.
Okay. Oh, we're going to have the roar come out from Miracle. And it seems to be that, you know, Boomy has just found his way on the other side of this so many times now. Looks like they still want to fight. He's going to buy back into the game. Kuroki looks like he falls right away. Mind Control's going to pop the BKB, gets that Mars ult off, but Bok's just going to walk out of his own accord. ILTW looks like he is just resetting completely. Coil onto 1. Tim's, he's in his form right now in the burrow. Chronosphere onto a couple of heroes, including that Nyx Assassin. The Mystic Blade, like we talked about, it's just not enough damage mitigation for him. He's going to buy back into the game, though. This is now a 4v5, technically speaking, as the cheese is popping ILTW. Do they have the damage to finish him off? Looks like they do not. Wait, there's the Armel coming with the burst damage. That is enough. No buyback for ILTW. TNC, they get the kills. It did require buybacks, but now Roche is up. This is a big deal.
It took them quite a while. They did kill him, but he had the buyback, so he could come back in and then again burrow and get some good stuns off toward the end. Also, I really love the way TNC started that fight, where there's an Ench on the front line who feels tanky and wants to soak damage. They stun the Ench, they nether toxin, they get down.
I hear another roar. Oh man, the Mystic Flare. That is actually just enough.
1k gold.
Wow. Goodness gracious. Yeah, the Ancient Seal obviously amplifying even more damage. That's evened up in network.
Completely. All right.
All right, Atos. Cookie's going to try to save the Wraith King here. Does have the Aegis, so has many lives as long as they can wait out the cooldown here.
Miracle needs to be a little bit careful how he throws his axes when he's playing against Spike Carapace. Like, he can get stunned at any given point and counter going on.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, Mars Arena, but there's the BKB. How did he get stunned if he has BKB'd? What was that?
Missed a roar.
Did he get... I thought he roared right before that.
Did you not hear the roar?
No, I didn't.
I guess it doesn't have a sound effect, so that does make sense.
I didn't even see the animation. All right, Box is going to BKB TP out. And again, Snapfire is going to be the sacrificial lamb for TNC, but that's worked out pretty well for them already.
The fact that he doesn't need to dedicate a slot to Boots of Travel, Treads, or Phase Boots is just so damn good right now.
That's true.
So.
And Gabby's actually holding the Refresher Shard, so probably will pop that in for his BKB when he uses it. Yep. Gabby's going to initiate with that Nullifier. Looks like it's going to be used against the Aeon Disc, and GH is just dead at the beginning of the fight. Coil onto Miracle. It's the buyback onto GH now. There's the roar. Again, it's on the Wraith King. Oh, nice impale from afar thanks to that Aghanim Scepter on Nyx Assassin. And it looks like that is going to be the fight for TNC big time, despite the buyback coming out. But GH, can he get this kill? He will! He does get Armel in the end, despite being completely outnumbered. Now, keep in mind that buybacks are still there for Nigma. See if they want to use these to try to turn things around. ILTW, not able to get much off here, as Gabby will actually pop the Refresher Shard to be able to get his ult back, as there's a double buyback. They're TPing into the shrine as well, but looks like GX takes a tumble already with that Nullifier usage. ILTW going ham with the Aghanim Scepter onto Boom right now. They're trying to kite Gabby as much as possible, but these spider legs are coming into handy big time. It's 2 buybacks now for TNC. There's a Nullifier again onto ILTW, who has absolutely no mana whatsoever. Trying to get slow onto Gabby, trying to kite this guy. just one-shots that boar. Now Kuroki, very tanky on the run. It's still 5 versus 3 despite all these buybacks coming in. A couple right clicks will suffice, and it looks like Kuroki finds his way to the grave. They do get the snapfire, though.
They get the double chase down because of this, and the reason he is willing to commit it is that he knows it's a dieback for Skywrath if he dies. So that alone forced out the buybacks from Miracle and Kuro, and they just get so many bonus kills. Yeah, he's not going to get
into the dive! Pops the A on this. That's pretty valuable, but there's a spike carapace. This might set things up. There's a coil. So he's going to stay on the outskirts of this. Pop the BKB. The nullifier is already applied, and it looks like the right-click damage will be more than enough. And this is a dieback onto Miracle. TNC turning this game around. Roshan in 35 seconds. And see what build? That's a shard on Viper. This is super good. This is minus armor on buildings. Unbelievably strong. They did nerf it a little bit because of that talent change, but it looks like they'll be able to finish this game. Fortifications popped. Still 77 seconds. No Miracle. And the minus armor is just going to continue to stack on these towers as Gabby's right clicks will be more than enough. Mind control, they're going to try to defend for one last hurrah. There's the initiation, but again, Wraith King, we have the Mystic Flare applied. There's the nullifier onto ILTW who jumps in, pops the BKB, Chronosphere onto 3 heroes. This is only going to be the first life for Wraith King. And now Nigma have to reset, but it's still 5 versus 4. And Viper continuing to apply pressure. This tier 4 tower looks like TNC are going to respect Nigma, and with that 45-second window, we'll try to get Roshan, I assume.
I think they can re-go when Wraith King ulti is up. I think they're just waiting for that.
Yeah, that's true. All right, still 37 seconds. They're going to get this tier 4 tower.
Siege engine.
Yeah, this shard is insane for these purposes. Exactly. ILTW, reverse time walk. Tim's, look at his positioning. They cannot get to him whatsoever. The chrono's down. Just trying to be as annoying as possible. I mean, this is buying time for Miracle to come back in 20 seconds. ILTW continue to be an annoying presence. Gabby just has so many lives, it feels like, as there's a spear into the Ancient, but the damage is still being applied. Gabby is just focusing on the Ancient completely. Mars ult comes out. He's just going to spider legs and right-click it down, and TNC takes game 1. My goodness. This was a hell of a game, Syndra.
We've been having so many pretty one-sided games. That was very enjoyable to watch. I think